Welcome back to Aussie Starcraft. This is game number 4 in the WCS America Season 2 Finals. It is in the bottom left hand corner, EG's Jaedong, and in the top right hand corner it is Coolant Master StormPolt. So game number 4 in this potentially 7 game series. Polt is up with a 3-0 lead, meaning if he takes this game, he seals the series out and takes $20,000 in prize money, I believe 500 WCS points. So just so much on the line in this game. Both Polt and Jaedong hungry for a win here for both the WCS points and, of course, naturally, who couldn't use $20,000 in the bank? I know I could, if only I was a Grandmaster level Starcraft player. But instead, I'm here casting and enjoying watching these two high-level players go at it. Without giving too much of the previous games away, the result, when you see that it's 3-0, it doesn't quite tell the story of the games that we've had so far. We've had constant adaptation from Jaedong, every game swapping it up, trying something different, really trying to push Polt. The last game he was so close to taking it with some really clever baneling play, but unfortunately just Polt saw the opportunity and went for the throat and just managed to cut off the third base of Jaedong and just suffered horribly for it. Jaedong up here being annoying with his probe, Polt choosing to drop a command center first on the high ground, while Jaedong drops an expansion of his own. No pull down yet for Jaedong, but Jaedong is trying to be belligerent with this probe. Just hits the probe in. Polt's out for blood. If you harass my SCV, I am going to trap and kill your drone. We'll see if this drone can in fact be the hero drone and make it out of the base, or will he indeed get cleaned up by his vengeful SCV. He's got it. This drone's running around on 1 ring, slowly regenerating health. Can he get out? Jaedong is not giving up. Early third base out of Jaedong. Now that is interesting. Still no spawning pool out of Jaedong. Obviously going for some very greedy play. Can he out-greed Polt's methodical playstyle, or will Polt send him to the cleaners with his biomine push that we've been seeing so far? Jaedong just, in true Jaedong spirit, unwilling to give up. This drone is still at it, trying to make his escape. Will the supply depot cuts off all hope for the drone escape. So I've sort of been ignoring what's been going on in the rest of the map. I just so badly want to know if this drone makes it out of here alive or not. You can see Jaedong methodically pathing it through the workers so that Polt can't sneakily pluck it off. But I feel cornered by the Marine. This valiant Marine's minigun able to end the terror that is a Jaedong drone scout. Alright, Jaedong got his geyser up, but nothing in gas as of yet. Oh, he's pulled the workers out after dropping Zergling speed, which is quite common. Zerg players are going for that early against aggression, like we've seen out of Polt. If Jaedong doesn't get speed, he will suffer against those Hellion pushes that we've been seeing. But obviously, now that he's got speed on the way, wants to capitalise on this greed, get the minerals out in order to be able to buy his queens, buy his drones, and just play absolutely greedy. Just gonna grab a drink of water, sorry guys. But this series just has been too epic. Been casting almost 90 or 100 minutes of straight Starcraft finals, high level of play. Will dry the throat out. But I just can't help myself, guys. I don't want to stop mid-series. I will cast the entire series and get it up so you can see it all in one burst. If there's anything I hate, it's TV shows that cut off when on those season finales. You know, there's certain TV shows they just love it. A big cliffhanger at the end of it every season. You have to wait 6 months to see the ending of it. I won't make you wait to see the end of these series, guys. We'll get it all cast and up there today for you to enjoy. This Overlord needing Grizzly in. What has Jaedong managed to scout here? We see, you can see the starport and the reacted factory, so you can plan accordingly. Moving out with some more lings across the map. He's probably a little surprised that he hasn't seen the Hellions yet, but Polt, ever adaptive, has decided no Hellions this game. We won't use them. Instead, we will go for a medevac loaded with Widow Mines and try and be a bit of a punk with those. Spore Crawler at this base is going to foil that. Spore Crawler giving detection and being able to see those burrowed Widow Mines, so they will probably do very minimal damage here. Polt forced to pull back into the middle of the map. Widow Mine's trying to burrow. Jaedong takes the hits on those on the over. Oh, Polt gets all three of them back into the medevac. I think Jaedong will be a little dirty about that. Use the Overlord to detonate those, expected to clear them up with the Zerglings, but a hot pickup from the medevac managed to pull them back in time and get them out safely. It's just what Polt wants. One kill on this valiant Widow Mine recruit, moving down to this fourth base. His job is to pluck off any drone that comes to place a hatchery, so that can be really annoying when you're busy and under pressure, because you don't think the drone, you send him down, he dies, you don't think to work out why he dies, you figure he was just picked off. You don't scan for that Widow Mine, he just picks off drone after drone, and before you know it, you've wasted 3 or 4 minutes of trying to place that base. Of course, you'd expect better play out of Jaedong, unlikely to fall for those sorts of shenanigans, but when you're as under pressure as he's been in previous games with the real Marine Marauder aggro on his third base, it could in fact catch him by surprise. Something that Jaedong has in his favour here is the entrance from his natural and the entrance to his third base so close together. Should make it much easier for him to defend those. It's the reason you can see he's already got the static defense up here. If he can stop units from flying into this third base, he'll be able to defend the front door hopefully much easier. We check out the production tab and see Polt's got a third base of his own, starting to wall that in with the same exact same bunker supply depot wall that he's going for at his natural. Very heavy macro game here, both players just steadily macroing up units. Jaedong, ooh, looks like we have 21 Roaches on the way. I think we're going to see a timing attack out of Jaedong, and to be honest, I really expected to see this sooner out of him. Jaedong is known for his absolutely punishing timings, so I imagine when this centrifugal hooks finishes, we will see a very heavy Baneling Roach push either into the main or into this third base. A nice solid timing attack like this is what Jaedong's known for. See Polt obviously a bit worried. He's going hyper defensive mode. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bunkers on the low ground starting to load up, not full bunkers, but 1 or 2 or 3 Marines in each of these will make it very annoying for the Zerglings to try and Jaedong trying to detonate these Widow Mines as early as possible and as best he can. I think Jaedong can see it's going to be very expensive to me, so it moves the Roaches up, not wanting to waste the batteries at this point. Roaches pushing that wide push out that Widow Mine, out of 8 Baneling. Jaedong will really use those things. And pushes up into the base though. You see it's up to the hold up ready supply. Let's see these pulled off the line to try and stop this with that surface. Roaches in the main base. Units dying right in the centre. 6,000 units lost on Jaedong's side and 4,000 on Polt. Really not as efficient as he would have liked it. He's not careful. We don't mind just to keep on the reinforcement. Really we don't mind just paying for himself themselves time and again. This one cleaned up those 8 banelings, these ones cleaned roaches and zerglings up on the reinforcement, unable to capitalise on knocking this door down, which is just a massive loss. And we see that 22, while he killed 22 workers, if we go to the income tab, we can see that he's up by those 20. But the mules from the income very even. Oh, Zerglings into the third base. Nice run by from Jaedong. Take out these marines. Capitalised on these SCVs. Great. Polt, you see him there trying to surround his marines with his SCVs and do as much damage as possible. Surprised we haven't seen Jaedong using some more burrowing shenanigans. Has he got burrow yet? No, not this game. He used burrow just so well last game. I'm surprised to not see it out of him this game. Taking a 4th base up here and already spotted by Polt. We can see the Marines and Marauders moving out to put pressure on there. We got an Overlord on the way yet. An Overseer, sorry. Still no Overseer on. Oh, yep, no Overseer here. Zerglings clean out that Widow Mine. Hopefully he'll take a much safer 4th base than this, because from what we've seen, Polt is just not going to fail to put pressure on these locations being so far apart. You cannot possibly hope to hold both of these. Marine Marauders straight in to take that 4th base out. As you can see, another force here moving down to threaten what he knows has to be Jaedong's other 4th base. Big Marine catching those Marines and Marauders, taking out the medevac as well. Big pickups from Jaedong. Still unfortunately Jaedong, 4,000 units down, 4,000 resource down, and the units lost tab. We can see him going crazy with the units. Lost already 200 units this game. Most of those of course being the cheaper Zerglings and Banelings, but just throwing everything at Polt to try and break it. But this layered defense of Widow Mines and bunkers just able to distract and divert the Zerg forces quite heavily. The timing attack did manage to slow Polt down. It's this push that normally starts at 12 to 13 minutes, coming in now at the 17 or 18 minute mark, pushing it in. We can see Polt getting set up, Widow Mines in front, Widow Mines behind. If Jaedong goes for a Zergling Banelings in the front, able to deal with that Bioforce quite nicely. Almost dead. Polt has these huge pickups that stop these Marines and Marauders from stimming as much. Really surviving. He was able to pick off one of those medevacs, but just not enough from Jaedong. We need to see him take out these medevacs that are just giving the cost efficiency to the Terran player. Polt preemptively splitting damage to those backgrounds don't prove his damage. Good splits from Polt, able to really continue to put on this pressure despite the relatively low number of units here. See a counter-attack moving out from Jaedong at the top. Will it slip past into the base undetected, or will this Widow Mine just become a hero Widow Mine? Kills 6, almost kills these 4 Marines. He held to pay when that Widow Mine's programmer was brought to justice. 10 kills, I wonder how many of them are 2 more good Widow Mine hits could really just prove the death of Jaedong here. If we go back to the production tab, what have we got? We've got just Zerglings, Banelings on the way. Polt likewise a bit low on income. 3 SCVs and 2 Widow Mines isn't much in the way of reinforcement. There's good even supplies here. How will this battle go? Will Polt manage to take out this base? This base is just crucial. Able to push back a lot of those Marines that have been left, it doesn't do this. This is what I mean. We're such a heavy meter now. The Banelings don't do the work. Marines, these Mutalisks are left to go toe to toe with 3-3 Stim Marines, and that ends very badly for your very expensive Mutalisks. Who's coming out ahead on these invasions, but if we look at the units lost how we can see Polt right for 6,000 Marines just going to town. Every opportunity they get to pluck away at this Mutacard is just an opportunity lost. We can see Jaedong move out. I'm surprised he hasn't been doing this earlier. He did buy himself some time. If he'd managed to put on this pressure, he might have been able to, like, oh, those mines just getting great damage. Only 1 kill each, but it's the damage it's the splash damage they do that takes this card down to yellow and red health, means it can't defend on the right without dying. Just let us into the drain. Falling back to what should be a couple of it's unsurprising to see these Marines just getting great value for money from Jaedong, up to almost 8,000 differential on the scoreboard. Polt steady Jaedong has to get another base up. Full base versus full base against the Terran, not from 8,000 resources, but it's just the relentless pressure that comes from Cannon in the first place. Polt, you can taste the victory. It's $20,000 or something. He's dropping his kills in Jaedong. There we have it, the GG from Jaedong. Always well mannered. Polt there being a little bit cheeky, obviously exuberant about his victory. Just excellent play from him this season in WCS. They will of course move on to the season finals, where the top 5 and 6 players from each region compete for the WCS season finals, with even more money on the line. Of course, Polt will go in as the heavy favourite from the American region with $20,000 under his belt. And that'll be an exciting series of games. We'll try and cast a few from there. We're just trying to pick up some of the highlights from the different regions that were held. So we've cast some of America. I'd love to cast some of the Korean games. I often don't get to catch those. The time zone doesn't match up very well for me, so I don't see many of the Korean games live. So I'd like to cast a few of those, see some of the excellent level of play that we get out of Korea. I'd also like to cast some out of the Europe series as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this cast. It was an exciting cast. 4-0 steamrolling for Polt to win that 20,000, but like I said, I don't think it really reflects Jaedong's level of skill. He is a fantastic player, and the results just don't reflect how close some of the games were. So they could have swung on, they could have, fallen either edge of the knife blade. So well done from Jaedong, well done from Polt to win WCS America Season 2. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Go ahead and give us a shout out down below if you did. We'd love to hear from you. You guys have a great afternoon. We'll see you next time.